Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are going to be almost wrapping up the post-trade deadline rebuilds, and today we have the Memphis Grizzlies. With 4 games left to go in the regular season, Memphis is 49-29. They are the 2 seed in the Western Conference. They're definitely one of the best teams in the NBA. There's pretty good depth on this team. Obviously, the situation with Ja Morant was a little bit unfortunate, but he's back. He's playing. We're going to hopefully go out and build around him today and get at least one championship with this team. And finally, before we do get into the video, just a couple housekeeping things I wanted to go over with you guys. First being, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button, stick around a while. That's not most importantly, though. Most importantly being that we have one of these rebuilds left, and that will be the Denver Nuggets. That will be coming tomorrow, and then we're going to have a challenge on Wednesday, and then I believe Thursday and Friday, there's not going to be videos, and I do apologize for that, but I'm actually going home to spend some time with my family for Easter weekend. So, yeah, I'm just going to take the time off, man. To be honest with you guys, I'm going to do that. And then Monday, we're going to do play-in predictions. And I think we're going to hop right back into some off-season rebuilds after that. So if you guys have any other video ideas, of course, let me know down below in the comment section. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. And I do apologize if there's only 3 videos this week. Let's get into this one. As I mentioned, there's only 4 games left to go. So this team at most can end up with 53 wins. I think we'll most likely be around 52, 51, something like that. It's not tremendously important. We're basically locked into the 2 seed here unless something catastrophic happens. But yeah, let's talk about this roster. Ja Morant, one of the most young, exciting players in all of basketball, on a very big contract, literally a 0% chance he goes anywhere. We have Tyus Jones here on a 2-year deal. He's not a bad backup point guard at all. I think he actually played pretty well for the time that Ja Morant was out, obviously, and yeah, I'm excited to have him here today. He's a good bench piece for me. Desmond Bane, who has been a tremendous surprise. I don't think anybody thought he was going to be nearly as good as he has been. Obviously, last year kind of took that next step and then has taken it even further this season here. I mean, he's just tremendous. He develops well. I have no plans on moving on from him. We have Luke Kennard here, who I think not too long ago hit 10 threes in a game. Sniper. And then Zaire Williams, I'd like to get some playing time eventually. He was the number 10 overall pick back in 2021. He is 6'9", doesn't exactly have the 3 ball here with the C- rating. We're going to see if we can maybe move him to small forward eventually, get some minutes there. We have Dylan Brooks, one of the most controversial players in the league. He definitely talks a lot. He doesn't always back it up. I was kind of laughing my ass off when I watched the clip of Russell Westbrook calling him trash. It was really funny. But we'll see what we end up doing with him. He is 27. I don't know how much higher that overall is going to go. David Roddy and then John Conchar, I believe it is. He's on a 5-year deal. I actually didn't know that he was signed that long, obviously assuming he re-signed with them in the offseason. We're going to figure out what we're going to do with that contract. Power forward spot, Jaren Jackson Jr., a strong candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. It's basically coming down to him or Brook Lopez at this point. He's not going anywhere either. I mean, we have 3 out of 5 positions solidified 1,000% for this entire video. It's not every day you can say that. Santi Aldama and then Jake LaRavia here as well. So again, just 2 good depth pieces behind Jaren Jackson Jr. Then the center spot, I like Steven Adams a lot. We're going to see which direction we want to go with him. He's not somebody who's going to be a game-changing player, in my opinion, here in 2K at the center spot. We will see. He's locked up on a 3-year deal. Xavier Tillman and Brandon Clark here as well. So 2 decent backup center options, and obviously not going to play both of them, so we're going to have to make a decision at some point in time. But yeah, 4 games left. Let's set the rotation, sim out the rest of year 1. We finalized setting up the rotation for the rest of year 1 here in Memphis. There's really not a ton of surprises, I don't think, or at least, I'm assuming you're not going to be surprised by much here, but especially the starting 5, nothing's too crazy. It's Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Triple J, and Steven Adams. Pretty good starting 5. Bench unit, Tyus Jones, Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama, Luke Kennard, and David Roddy. I don't need 3 centers. I'm sure I could maybe move one of them to the 4 and play them over Santi Aldama, but at this point, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll obviously figure out something in the offseason, but I can't run 3 centers, especially in today's NBA. It just makes no sense for me. So 49-29 at this moment in time. We're obviously hoping to go out. Let's see if we can get our 51st win against OKC here. We are able to do that. We finished the year 51-31, assuming we stayed at the 2 spot here in the West. The 1 seed is led by this man, Nikola Jokic. He wins his 3rd straight MVP, averaging a triple-double. Pretty insane. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year. Emmanuel Quickly, 6-man. Embiid wins Depoy. Trey Murphy, Most Improved. Mike Budenholzer does take home Coach of the Year. So let's take a look at the standings right now. We finished 2 games behind the Denver Nuggets. We are 2 games up on the Sacramento Kings. Obviously, we are a pretty good team. Are we a serious contender? We're about to find out. I think we potentially could be, especially here in 2K. We're going to see, though. John Morant, Desmond Bane, kind of our 1-2 punch with scoring department, and then, Triple J, almost 18 points a game. Dillon Brooks, Trey Jones, Brendan Clark, Aldama, Luke Kennard. And, yeah, it goes on. I mean, the depth on here is obviously good. You know, we can all see it. Adams led us in boards, and assists was John Morant. All right, who we got round one? Let's find out who it's going to be. We have the Clippers in round one. I cannot even imagine Twitter if this was a first-round matchup with Phoenix and LA. Oh, good God. Let's take a look at the Clippers starting five. Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Nicholas Batum, Ivica Zubac. You got Plumlee at the bench. You got Powell. You got Terrence Mann there. It's a good team. Obviously, you have some experience there, especially with that two-headed monster of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, two unbelievably gifted players. And I'd like to beat them here. We do end up winning in 5. We're going to be taking on the 6-seeded Pelicans, who swept the Sacramento Kings in round 1. And wow, I'm not crazy surprised about the Suns beating the Lakers, but the Dallas Mavericks, who at this point are probably not going to be a playoff team, end up beating the 1 seed in the West. Wow, that would be crazy. Then we get a rematch of Phoenix and Dallas. Wow, that would be fun. CJ McCollum, Herbert Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Jonas Valanciunas is the starting 5 here for New Orleans. Obviously, Zion in 2K is just, okay, really? Wow. Zion and 2K are like a match made in heaven. And what in the... Okay. Seriously? All right. Well, the 76ers are going to be taking on the Dallas Mavericks, and you just saw what Luka did for Dallas, and that's absolutely insane. I guess at this point, why the hell not? Let's see what ends up happening here in the finals. The 76ers go up 3-0, and they sweep the Dallas Mavericks, and James Harden gets a ring at age 33, and Embiid gets one as well. That's obviously awesome to see. Let's get into offseason number 1. It feels, I'm feeling okay. I'm not feeling tremendous about getting swept by the Pelicans, but it was still a good year. We have some work to do, though. Here's take a look at the draft lottery. We're not going to have any picks in this, but you can take a look at the top 5, 10, whatever you want to look at there. Staff signing Taylor Jenkins. I sometimes know, okay, he used to, just disappear. Sometimes, you just couldn't. Okay. No, just not interested in coming here. I mean, I'll take Stauffer, I guess. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't want to come back, but thanks anyways. Let's head up to the draft. Do we have our first this year? We do. It's at number 26. Also have the 25th overall pick in round 2. Also, what? How would those picks be different? It's not a lottery pick, so that's where my question's coming in. I don't know. If somebody could explain it to me, that would be... nobody lost their draft pick, did they? Anybody lose a draft pick? I don't know. All right, let's take a look at this team. Obviously, we have 3 players in here that are 1,000,000% locked in, are not going anywhere. Jaren Jackson Jr., and Desmond Bane. The center spot for me is interesting. I don't expect crazy things out of Steven Adams. I can say that same thing about Dillon Brooks. I'm going to be kind of curious what Dillon Brooks is going to ask for this offseason. Do I want to move up in the draft at all? I don't think I do, because I don't really want to give up a ton of assets in order to make me move up, and I just don't really think it's worth it at this point in time. So let me take a Miami Heat draft pick. Maybe they'll be bad at some point in time. We have good depth on this team. We don't really need rookies. We're also trying to win now. Vince Williams Jr. and Kenneth Lofton Jr. Actually, didn't he just win G League MVP or something, which is insane. It's not going to translate here in 2K, so I'm not going to bring him back or anything. But yeah, cool to see nonetheless. We have no qualifying offers, and then we hit free agency. Obviously, Dillon Brooks is pretty much our one and only free agent. Wants about $14 million a year. I'm going to pay him and then potentially trade him. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm 100% going to keep him or trade him because I don't know. It just depends what trades come up and what I can kind of find. So we're going to find some trade. I think we are going to move on from one of Brooks or Steven Adams, though. We're going to do this trade for a couple reasons. The first, because I think it's going to be hilarious, because Dillon Brooks and Draymond Green on the same team is just absolutely comical at this point. And second, because we're getting an upgrade. You might be sitting here and saying, why are you trading for Jordan Poole, point guard? You have John Morant. Well, I'm going to move Jordan Poole to the 2, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide Desmond Bane up to the 3. His overall, actually, I believe, goes up 1, if my memory serves me correctly. So we're sending out Dillon Brooks, obviously kind of the focal point in this deal. Xavier Tillman, who we really didn't have a spot for. We just have a lot of depth at the position. I'm fine with Brandon Clark being the backup. Our first round pick, and then Luke Kennard didn't exactly want to throw in this deal, but he's making $15 million and he's expiring. It's not too big of a deal. We also get Gary Payton back, so that's awesome. Welcome to the team, and I'm pretty happy about that move. I believe Poole's overall is going to go down 1, which is fine by me. And I believe, yes, it goes up 1. I seriously have to get a life, the fact that I can memorize these things. All right, I'm going to edit both these players' positions, and then I might have a couple more trades. I'm going to see if there's any way that the Celtics want to be in a giving mood and give me Robert Williams for Steven Adams, and I'm throwing David Roddy in as well. Robert Williams is one of the best shot blockers in the league. He's younger than Steven Adams. He's better defensively, and I cannot even imagine a front court of him and Jaren Jackson Jr. together. It would be absolutely terrifying. So, how about you just be nice to me, Celtics, and you just let me have Robert Williams on my team? I think that would be great. I'd be willing to throw in John Conchar, as I do have Gary Payton II now. Money doesn't work there, which is obviously awesome. How about Laravia? Nope, not going to work. All right. It's basically going to have to be draft picks at this point, which I don't mind. I'd give up a couple picks, and I say that because I can retain those picks by going out and trading those other players that the Celtics cannot afford. So just take the picks. It's not that big of a deal. They agree to it. We have Robert Williams on the team. He's 25 years old. Unbelievable defensive center. I'm excited to have him here. So him and Jaren Jackson Jr. in the same front court is very, very scary. I'm really excited to watch it kind of fold. All right, let's go ahead and see what we can maybe get for Conchar. I'm going to let Zaire Williams play a little bit, see if we can develop him behind Jordan Poole. And, yeah, I think Kennedy Chandler at this point can go. I'm going to move on from Conchar. I could keep Laravia. He's only going to be going into his second year. I just don't know where I'd actually use him, but I'll keep him for one more year. So Conchar and Kennedy Chandler are going to be getting moved at this point. Maybe just some draft picks. I don't really care too much. Thank you very much, Chicago. This is kind of exactly what I was talking about, going ahead and kind of recuperating the picks, just in a little bit of a different way. So, yeah. I saw first round pick from the Spurs. Could be valuable. All right, we're going to go ahead and run it with this 10-man rotation. Laravia is probably not going to be playing, but maybe he'll replace Aldama at some point. I don't really know. Who knows? See you guys at the start of year 2 here in Memphis. So we had a pretty active offseason. We went ahead and we upgraded 2 positions with the additions of Jordan Poole and Robert Williams. We added a new head coach because Taylor Jenkins didn't want to come back for whatever reason. And development's obviously continuing to happen. I'm feeling pretty good about this team right now. We just got to go out and win the damn thing at this point. So let's see how this team is going to do. It's John Morant, Jordan Poole, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Robert Williams. I am completely excited to see this front court. Bench unit is pretty good as well. It's Tyus Jones, Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama, Gary Payton II, and Zaire Williams. Unfortunately, we cannot get Jake Laravia minutes. I'd maybe like to get him minutes at some point. I just don't know where we would do it. That was kind of how I started the video, saying this team has so much depth and young pieces that could all really, use playing time. We just don't really have the minutes. So we'll see. As of now, though, this is the team. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. Year 2 ends, and we have a record of 63-19. That's obviously awesome. We still have to prove that we can win in the postseason, and yeah, we haven't done that yet. Let's see if we can do it this year. It is a Darius Garland MVP for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's Victor Wembanyama winning Rookie of the Year. Ended up going number 1 overall to the Utah Jazz. Amen Thompson, 6th man. Nick Claxton, Defensive Player of the Year. Darius Garland also wins Most Improved. Mike Stafford wins Coach of the Year for us. So, obviously, that's great. You love being a 1 seed. And, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the playoffs. I see the Cavs had 59 wins. Wow. Let's take a look at the numbers. John Morant averaged a double-double a game with 27 points and 10.5 assists. Desmond Bane, Jordan Poole, Jaren Jackson Jr., Trey Jones, Tyus Jones, Santi Aldama, Robert Williams, Brandon Clark, Gary Payton, Zaire Williams. Rebounds was led by Robert Williams, and assists was John Morant. So, we're going to be taking on the 8-seeded Nuggets, who were just a 1 seed last year, but ended up losing in the first round to the Dallas Mavericks last year. I don't know, man. Let's see if we can go out and beat them. Obviously, Nikola Jokic at this point is a 3-time MVP, but has not proved that he can get to the finals, and he still will not be proving that. Houston here in round 2. Okay, not bad. You got Clarkson off the bench now. Obviously drafted Brandon Miller. You added Naz Reid. I like that addition a lot. Let's see if we can go out and beat Houston. Young, up-and-coming squad, but I can definitely see the vision there. Thanks for coming, though. And we have the Pelicans who beat us last year here, and we're going to be taking them on in the Western Conference Finals. CJ, Dyson Daniels, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Valanciunas, Herbert Jones. Not a ton changed about this team. It's the Zion effect. We all know it. And let's see if we can get by him here. And we're up 3-1 at the moment, and we are in the finals. We're going to be taking on Darius Garland, who, holy shit. Yeah, he's pretty good. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. So just a battle of 2 really, really elite teams. To be honest with you, I think they might be a little better than us, but we have the better record and definitely the better coach because, Mike Stafford has perfect ratings according to 2K. So let's see what ends up happening here. We're up 3-0, and again, nothing's, 100% guaranteed. I don't know if we'll get back to the finals. So if I can get a little bit of quick gameplay here, why the hell not? And, yeah, close game. Good one here. Cavs don't want to be swept out of their own building. And we're going back and forth. 260. That's 3 minutes. Yeah, I'll see you guys in there. We're up 5 here in Game 4 on the verge of sweeping the Cleveland Cavaliers out of their own building. That obviously feels great. Gotta close this one out, though, man. You know, I know 2K, I've gone up 3-0 in finals before, and I've ended up losing them. I do not want that to happen. So, yeah, I'm going to try to... Okay. Nope. Got cut off by Donovan Mitchell. I'm just going to use John Moran here, who has 32, 6, and 14, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Right back... Oh, that... Nope, no. That's not what I was trying to do. Okay. I'm absolutely awful at this game. I don't know why I continue to try to play it. Jordan Poole. Was that not open? Was I crazy on that? I could have sworn that looked open, but I guess it was not. Darius Garland, who won an MVP and then won an Eastern Conference Finals MVP, is don't get me wrong, Darius Garland is a very good player. Do I think Darius Garland is going to be an MVP at any point in his career? Probably not. I think 2K gets a little excited with his development, but yeah, man, that's just my opinion. But he's still a good player. I'm not saying he's not. Robert Williams, I need like a good screen. Okay. Thank you. That's all I wanted to do. We're up 7, 110 left to go. We'll probably do one more defensive, one more offensive possession here. See if we can close out Cleveland here and go out and win a championship here in year 2 with 2 years left to go. Obviously, that feels great. Good board, Robert Williams. Are they going to play the foul game? Does not appear so. I'm just going to hold it because I'm going to try to waste as much clock as possible here. I think that makes the most sense. And probably just run another pick because I don't really know how to do anything else. Well, I could run a floppy, but I don't need a 3 right now. So, yeah. Santi Aldama, good screen. Ja Morant, exclamation point. See you guys at the Finals MVP. We go out and sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers and win a championship in just our second season. Ja Morant at age 24 out here. Holy hell. Great finals and does win finals MVP. So, off season number 2. Obviously, we're feeling pretty good right now. Pretty high and mighty, if you will. I'm very happy with the moves we made. It looks like we have a pick from the Warriors. I'm not sure if that came over in the deal for Jordan Poole. I'm not sure where that came from, but I don't know if it has protections on it either. We'll find out. And it does not, and it sits right there at number 10. And we're going to have the 10th overall pick after winning a championship. That's always great. Up to the draft with that 10th overall selection. I think we still have our own first as well. We do. It's at number 30, obviously. And, yeah, I don't really know exactly. I mean, maybe I draft a new backup shooting guard. Not a shot at Zaire Williams, but I don't know. I don't have to. Or maybe a backup point guard in case Tyus Jones leaves. I mean, actually, I think I'm going to go backup small forward. I think Gary Payton is just a little old at this point. He is, regressing a little bit. So let's see if we can maybe get somebody there at number 10. And we're going to go ahead and move number 30. I don't really think I need it. And actually, unless I can maybe move up. But no, I doubt it. I'm not going to give up assets to move up for, just a bench player. All right, so let's sim all the way up to number 10. I'm sure there's a good small forward sitting here for me. Cody Williams, I know absolutely nothing about him. I'm not going to pretend I know anything about him. Tyrese Proctor's here as well. I've definitely heard that name before. Omaha Billy as well. So there's some good players here. I just don't know who I want. You know what? I don't think I've ever drafted Tyrese Proctor. Adrian Dantley's his comparison. Omaha Billy, Wally Serbiak. Who's Alex Inglis? That's a pretty good comparison. It's always fun to look at Tony Parker. Wow. You know what? This probably isn't the right pick. I'm taking Tyrese Proctor. I don't know. Let me know down below. I don't know this draft class at all. He is a 75 overall. He's going to be my new backup small forward. We're going to bring back Santi Aldama. Gary Payton II accepts. Probably going to move on from him at this point. There's just really no reason for me to keep him here. We got younger. Got an overall higher as well. All right, let's take a look at free agency. Desmond Bane is a very important free agent. I'm going to give him a real contract. I'd like to bring back Tyus Jones as well. He wants about $12 million a year. So, yeah, obviously hugely important for me to go ahead and get Desmond Bane back. And I'll wait till after moratorium is up. He does have 3 offers. He's not going to accept either of those. And one more day of moratorium here. He now has 9 offers. That is a real offer from the Clippers. So I'm going to max him out. And then we'll do it one more time after this. Do not agree. Do not agree. And, yeah, got Jones back. Obviously big. And then Desmond Bane here. Just pay the man his money. Okay, seriously? Well, welcome back to the team anyways. All right, this is the squad right now. There's definitely some moves to be made at this point. For me, I'm going to move on. Oh, wow. They said Peyton was a 74 at one point. I don't know. I'm going to move on from Jake LaRavia as well. Take a draft pick. There's no spot for him here. If Santi Aldama was 33 instead of 23, I could say maybe hold on to him. But at this point in time, there's just really no point. So a couple draft picks for, I'll do this pick here from the Kings, who maybe don't play as well in 2K as they do in real life. And Jake LaRavia, I will take a draft pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Swap with the Clippers. Cool. All right, that is our 10-man rotation heading into year 3. The core of this team does not change. looking to run it back. I'll see you guys in the rotation. Fresh off a 63-win season that resulted in a championship, we are looking to run it back. There was really only one change to this team, and that being us going ahead and trading Gary Payton II, who was obviously our backup small forward. He's been replaced by Tyrese Proctor. I think it's a good move. It's Ja Morant, Jordan Poole, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Robert Williams. The bench unit doesn't change a ton. Tyus Jones, Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama, Zaire Williams, and then Tyrese Proctor in here now, playing 10 minutes a night. It's not really going to be that big of a deal, but excited to have him here nonetheless. I'd like to beat 63 wins. I think we can do it. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. Ask and you shall receive. Ja Morant, MVP here at the end of year 3. He now has a championship, an MVP, and a finals MVP. You'll love to see it. I can't fucking speak. We do go 68-14 here at the end of year 2, so we got the better record. You'll love to see it. DJ Wagner, Rookie of the Year. He was still available, yeah. So he went to 15. Replaces CP0 rings and wins Rookie of the Year. Keontae George, 6th Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year. Anthony Black, Most Improved. Stafford does win Coach of the Year. Really no surprises there. Let's take a look at the standings right now and see how many games we were up. We were up 13 games here on the Utah Jazz, and we were up 8 games with the best record in the NBA on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who we beat in the finals last year, or should I say destroyed. Here's a look at the numbers. Again, you know, it's really the same thing every year if we don't change the team, so there's really nothing to go over too much. We have Dallas here in round 1. Luka Doncic. Wow, Kyrie stayed. Christian Wood. They added Jonas Valanciunas. Good God. My thing with the Mavericks right now, man, is I just think Jason Kidd is just one of the most incompetent head coaches I've ever seen in my life. He's just an idiot. Like, he's just genuinely stupid, and it's like tough to see because I feel bad for Luka and Kyrie. Anybody who thinks Kyrie Irving is the problem in Dallas, just I don't know what to say to you. He's not. I can tell you that. I think it might be a problem having both of them in the same backcourt, but I don't want to sit here and say that Kyrie Irving is the problem because I think we all know that's not true. What the fuck's going on right now? Well, I hyped up the Mavericks, and then they beat me. That's obviously not great. You know, 68 wins, 1 seed, fresh off a championship. You know, what in the hell is this finals? Okay. What? I don't know. 2K is on some weird shit today. Let's hit the draft lottery real quick. Oh my God, we have that Clippers pick. There's a swap, though, so I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think. And, no, we do. It's at number 7. Holy shit. We have another top 10 pick. All right, let's hit staff signing again. I mean, that was a bad playoff run from us, you know, and I don't know if Stafford had anything to do with that. But, yeah, man, we still have the 7th overall pick, and I'm pretty confident in this team right here. So if I'm looking at backups, what could I even hypothetically replace? I mean, I'm pretty comfortable everywhere. I don't really think there's anything to replace. I mean, maybe I look for an upgrade with Zaire Williams, and I include, like, I don't know. I'll just draft somebody there. And maybe we'll include them in a trade if I want to upgrade. I don't know. VJ Miller. Sure. I don't know this draft class. So, I mean, I barely know this year's. He's a 77 overall, which is cool. Team player options, we have none. Qualifying offers, I will give Zaire Williams one. I'll give Santi Aldama one as well. And we'll see what ends up happening here in free agency. I don't think we have any other major free agents. I'm just going to qualify them both. It's the final year. And who does bro think he is? What in the hell? 2K needs to fix this. Now, I was able to get away with giving him a qualifying offer, but the man plays 12 minutes a night. Let me get this straight. You play 12 minutes a night and average 5.2.5, and you think you deserve $20 million a year? Now, I know this is 2K on its BS. I get it. That's just crazy to me. I don't really know what upgrade we could make or where I would even want to make it. I'm very comfortable with the starting 5, so nothing's going to change there. I mean, if I look at this bench, it's maybe either Zaire Williams or Tyrese Proctor, but he barely even played. I don't think he's the problem. What happens if I do VJ Miller, Zaire Williams, and a Kings draft pick? I mean, just hypothetically. And that's it. I could bring in Anthony Black, who's had a really good season for the Lakers. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You want to know why I'm going to do this? Because Anthony Black is an upgrade, and then Jared Vanderbilt's going to come in. We're just going to continue to build this unbelievable defense. He'll be my backup power forward. So that's the trade we're going to do. If it was the final year, I probably wouldn't, do that exactly. I think that Kings pick would have some value. But, yeah, Vanderbilt's going to be the new backup power forward behind Triple J. Santi Aldama, I thank you for your service. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't need him, so I'm just going to give him for a pick. All right, that is the team. I will see you guys at the start of the 4th and final year. So we came up a bit short last year, and a bit would be a little bit of an understatement. Losing in the first round to the 8-seeded Dallas Mavericks after a 68-win season. That's never good. We went out, we made a few changes. We added some better depth, I would say. And this team is looking beautiful. It's Ja Morant, Jordan Poole, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., Robert Williams, Men's Unit, Anthony Black, Jared Vanderbilt, Tyus Jones, Brandon Clark, and Tyrese Proctor. Anthony Black was the 20th overall pick, but he put up 15, 4, and 6 last year. Wasn't a great year 3-point percentage-wise, but we'll work on that. I'll see you guys at the end of the fourth and final season. For the second straight season, Ja Morant wins the MVP award. We won 66 games this year, which is 2 less than last year, but again, I don't really want to think about last year because we lost in the first round after winning 68 games. So hopefully we don't model that, style of basketball that we played against the Dallas Mavericks. Ian Jackson is your Rookie of the Year. Also wins 6th Man of the Year. Nick Claxton's second Defensive Player of the Year of this video. He is now in Los Angeles, member of the Clippers. I believe it's Traquavion Smith is most improved over there in Atlanta, and Mike Stauffer is your Coach of the Year. So the 1 seed once again, we weren't really worried about that. Wow, what in the hell? Okay. Let's go over and take a look at the numbers on the year and how everybody did. I mean, again, we can kind of just go over this. It does change a little bit when you kind of change up the team a little bit, but again, ain't really worried about it. In Minnesota here in round 1, they added Bronny James. They still have Ant, obviously, Wendell Moore Jr., Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Go. I mean, Jesus Christ. I think if I was, I don't know, I forget exactly who was in charge of the Minnesota Timberwolves in terms of GMs, but if I was in charge of that would be like, I wish you could have like a mulligan and go back on that trade. The Jazz won the championship last year. James Harden, it was technically his second Finals MVP that he won. And he won his first with the Jazz because he won with the Sixers to open this video. But this is a good team, albeit James Harden's a little bit older at this point. He's probably, 36? Yeah, he's 36. But he's been having a hell of a playoff run so far. So this team makes me nervous. Any team with Victor Wembanyama on it is immediately going to make me nervous. And yeah, we're 2-2 with them right now. We're up 3-2, and we're going to Game 7, and we are in the Western Conference Finals, taking on the OKC Thunder, who have SGA, Josh Giddey, Ron Holland, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren. They have Carson Wallace, Greg Dickey, Daniel Gafford. Was that Daniel Gafford? I thought it was. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good team. There's good depth. They're obviously cashing in on all those draft picks, all those tremendous trades that Sam Presti made, who's the best GM in the league, in my opinion. We're heading back to the finals. We're taking on the Magic, who I kind of showed you their team briefly. It's a good team. So the depth is there, but we have some pretty good depth as well. This team doesn't really move me too much, to be honest with you. I think we're the better squad. I really do. And we go out and gentlemen sweep them. That is Ja Morant's second Finals MVP and the second championship of this video for us, which is obviously awesome. We go out and we get it done, and we build a hell of a team in the process. So I had a ton of fun with this one. I thought we built a really fun team, and yeah, slowly but surely rounding out these post-trade deadline rebuilds. I know it's crazy to think that we're in the month of April now, and we're just kind of finalizing all the post-trade deadline rebuilds when the trade deadline was, a month and a half ago. So weird to think, but I'm still having fun with them, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching them. So yes, we have Denver that will be coming tomorrow. They are my final team. 99% sure that I've gotten everybody else. But if you thought I missed anybody, let me know. I'll respond to your comment. Let me know. I'll let you know if I did them or not. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. Catch you guys all in the next one.